the size of the bargaining unit, it's what you do with it. And what you're doing out here is you are making a stand, not just for yourselves and your families, but for every single worker across this country, for our children and our children's children and their children after that. You are fighting for principles that you may not make up actually for years and years, but the precedent you're setting is going to pay off, and you're going to improve the lives of working Canadians across this country. We finally have, for the first time in Canadian history, anti-scab legislation at the federal level. And that's because of the work you have done. You're one of the first strikes in the country that has occurred, if not the first, after we passed anti-scab legislation in the House of Commons. Now we know that there's a flaw in that legislation. It took labor, working people on a picket line to actually expose that. And what is that flaw? They're bringing in managers from outside the place of employment to scab and to do the work of the bargaining unit. And that was never what was intended. When Parliament resumes back in September, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to table an amendment to that legislation so that it applies to everybody. No one should be able to scab your work when you're on strike or lockout. Working people have been fighting for that for decades and decades and decades. Every single major improvement in working people's lives in this country over the last 160 years started on a line just like this. The 40-hour work week, the weekend, paid days off, paid vacation, overtime, health and welfare benefits, parental leave. Every single one of those at one time or another was fought for on a picket line and made its way to legislation after working people fought for it and sacrificed on a picket line. See, I know you're fighting for a number of very important principles. You're fighting for the right to bargain with your sisters and brothers in a regional manner so that your collective agreement expires at the same time as theirs, so you can't be picked off and taken advantage of. As we know, your employer has already told mediation is their goal. I also understand that you are paid substandard wages compared to your sisters and brothers in Vancouver and Surrey, about 10% less. Let me tell you this, your MP here, Sukhman Gill, who's a Conservative, does he get paid 10% less by being the MP in Abbotsford than what MPs get in Vancouver? I'll tell you, he does not. We will prevail in the end. You will get a contract. You will get a dignified contract. Your fight is just, and you will win at the end of the day, and we will stand with you as the Federal New Democrats every single step of the way until that happens. So thank you very much, everybody, sisters and brothers. Solidarity and on to victory. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, John. That's all set.